You are now standing on East Washington Street. It was once called the Levee District and was lined with black businesses. In the distance, 1 block to the northwest, you can see 2 buildings that were part of the Sangamon County Jail. It was here that 2 black men were held. One was George Richardson, who was falsely accused and arrested for the rape of Mabel Hallam, and the other was Joe James, who was accused of the murder of Clergy Ballard, a white mining engineer. Click on the button to zoom in and see what happened at the county jail on the afternoon of August 14, 1908. By around 4 o'clock, an unruly mob gathered outside the jail, where the accused were being held. The police struggled to hold back those gathering at the jail. Among the mob, there was talk of lynching the 2 men. Sheriff Werner was worried about their ability to hold off the mob and decided to secretly transport the 2 men to another location outside of the city. To do this, they enlisted the help of businessman Harry Loper, who owned one of the few cars at the time. Using the distraction of a fire alarm, they drove away from an alley behind the prison. After a while, the mob realized that the 2 men were no longer at the jail. Click the button to see what happened next. After realizing that the 2 men were gone, the mob grew furious. They attacked the black businesses in the area called the Levee, the place you are now standing. They also attacked several Jewish businesses, including Reuben Fishman's pawn shop, here to your right. Some looked for weapons. They broke windows, vandalized, and looted his shop and black-owned businesses. At times, they tried to avoid damaging businesses owned by whites. Next, use the map to go to stop 3, in what was once the Badlands neighborhood, home to many poor black families. After rampaging through the Levee District, rioters attacked and burned black homes here. A few men would enter a shack, and after tipping over the bed and tearing open the mattress, would pour on a little oil and apply a match. That was all there was to it. The mob avoided attacking the few white homes in the area. Rioters told those residents to pin white cloths outside so that they would know not to burn those houses. Rioters stopped firefighters from putting out the fires, sometimes going so far as to cut their fire hoses. Next, continue to stop 4. Here at this spot, the mob attacked one house where a disabled man named William Smith lived. According to one newspaper at the time, Smith is a helpless cripple and has been for a long time. The mob found him in the house and pulled him out into the weeds and began to beat him unmercifully. A sympathetic white bystander was eventually able to pull Smith away from the mob and get him to safety. In 2014, archaeologists found the remains of 7 19th century houses, including William Smith's house. 5 of these houses were destroyed by fire during the Springfield race riots. From here, look around and find out more about the archaeology conducted on this spot, the story of the African-American barber, Scott Burton, and finally, how some residents escaped by hiding in a train boxcar.
And saw the fire. And they said it was burning the Union Baptist Church and breaking in Otis Duncan's home there. We was frightened, and I had my little brother, Richard, with me, and didn't know what to do. We went over here at the railroad, here on 19th Street, and got up in a boxcar, and so they called the militia out.
Now
This happened at night, you know.
Yeah, you, your
My
sister, and your brother,
And my brother.
you went into the railroad.
Went over there to the railroad and got in the boxcar. We wasn't by ourselves. It was just.
There were other people.
Oh yes, white and colored.
Yes,
Yes. I just prayed for Indians to come up there and back up there and pull us away somewhere.